Hello everyone, this is the Abundance Oracle here with my morning coffee. I have a little extra time today because it rained last night. Do you know what that means to someone who has a garden, who normally has to go out and water all the plants in the morning? Well, that means you get to even put cream in your coffee and sit speaking with your favorite friends, which is you. This is the Abundance Oracle. Please like, share, and subscribe. You help me, I help you. We all become friends, which is a wonderful thing. So I am in the middle of one of my busy seasons. I've had tenants in this particular property that I own. They moved out in the beginning of June. Now I have to take and do their security deposits review, and I have to get new tenants, do the ads in, interview tenants, etc., etc. And my guest cottage is having 2 of the people leave as well. So it's a busy time for me. I'm sorry if I'm not going to be around quite as much because I'm very committed to learning how to grow a garden. This is my 3rd or 4th year, and I was really bad. Remember, I'm a numbers girl. So I want you to know, if you haven't started to grow your garden yet, please start with something, even if it's just buying a few pots. You can even do something slightly deceptive, like buying pansies. Did you know that pansies, the flowers, the leaves, and the roots, it's all edible, just like dandelions, totally edible. So you can decorate your house outside with your pansies and at the same time produce really adorable food. All right, I know it's sort of crazy, but abundance all around with the flowers and the fun and still growing things. I did plant my potatoes, which are very easy. I got some old potatoes that I had in my basement from last year that had the eyes growing out that normal people, if you're normal unlike me, you would take and have thrown it out way before what I had, but they already had their eyes growing. I cut them in half and I shoved them in the dirt. They are doing phenomenally well already. Okay, my asparagus comes up year after year without me doing anything except watering them during the dry season. I have lettuce, which I put in because I'm scared of Bill Gates saying he can spray the mRNA on the lettuce now, and has admitted that he does, similar to what he's responsible for the lines that we now have proliferately, is that how you say it? I'm sorry, throughout our skies, which drop off aluminum, barium, and a handful of other things on us, trying to follow after his father that believes in euthanasia and decreasing the population. So we have a lot of things to talk about, not just money, but we have a lot of craziness going on. So one of the things I think is that if you can generate different forms of income for yourself besides working for someone. Once you work for someone, you're stuck. All your time is gone. Your creativity sort of goes out the window because you don't have time to just walk the beach and think. And for some people, they're faster thinkers than I am. And now at 66, I'm starting to be a slower thinker, but with more wisdom. It's, I think, as effective. I just need to up the action. I made an offer on a house with my daughter, or coaching my daughter to buy her first property, which she was going to live in, and we lost because we can't really tell you why, because we can't figure it out. It's crazy lady next door, and so she was going to buy her condominium. So anyway, I'm really pushing my kids to get their first place whether it's itty bitty and they can rent it to somebody else after they've used it for a while, or whether you've been renting all along and now you're going to take and buy a place. You need to have something that's yours, that's not a crazy reach for you. If you can work it out that you can get a second bedroom or divide the place somehow, that you can invite your friend to move in, or get a stranger to move in and pay you rent, that's a second source of income for you. Or you can be crazy like me and you rent everything you own. Now, my lumber yard, my daycare center, all my commercial properties, those have long-term leases, 20-year leases, guaranteed by the parent corp, which nowadays so many companies are going under, it doesn't really matter, but better than nothing. And then they have ability to extend their leases after a certain, at the end of that 20 years. Anyway, what else can you do? In my family, I taught my kids early on, okay, their clothes that they're no longer wearing, you can put up on Poshmark. Poshmark used to be the big thing. Etsy, if you can make things. And now, let's say you don't have designer type of clothes. You have normal people wearable clothes every day, because people don't dress up so much anymore than when they go to work. So if you have even some of your work clothes on casual day, Depop, D-E-P-O-P, is a great place to put your clothes on. And it seems like the less expensive clothes sell very quickly. My daughter sells, she used to be a professional athlete. I guess technically she still is a professional athlete, but she used to be cheer for school, high school, college, the Celtics. She was a Celtics cheerleader. So she's good at what she does. She was the front center top girl. So she was really top in her field. And now she's in finance. So she's aiming to be top in her field in finance. So you can put all these things up, and I'm going to tell you, if you're interested in going to Poshmark, her handle, I guess you call it, is CAM space M at CAM, CAMM 135. And you'll know it's her because it has her in a little white skirt in the circle. Anyway, she gets, because she was a professional athlete, she has a lot of things like face creams and potions and lotions sent to her for free. And a lot of them either, like lipstick that's not her color, so she doesn't even open them up, and she puts them back on her Poshmark and sells those. Those seem to sell really well on Poshmark, and the not as fancy clothes on Depop. So if you have stuff just sitting around, and instead of weekends going out like on a rainy day, stay in, open the account up, put your stuff, make a pile of all the stuff you want to put up for sale. Now you'll notice we're not the best at doing pictures, but over the years, she's made almost $9,000 on the Poshmark, which is good. It's over a period of time. And one little clue was when in the cheerleading, when we would go to classes, she would go into the people that owned the gym and said, "Do you have a lost and found?" They said, "Yes." And they said, "When you go to donate the clothes to the lost and found, can I go look through it first and take things that I would like, because I have a Poshmark and I'm trying to make some extra money?" And they said, "Absolutely, no problem. I bet you or your kids have places that you can get free clothes from, and therefore put them at low prices and get some extra revenue coming in." All right, this is the Abundance Oracle. Sorry, I tend to speak too long when I have my coffee in the morning. I get energetic. I hope you're doing well. Hello to everyone that I haven't seen in a while. Angie's starting her first channel. She's a CFO, and she's one of my good friends. I've known her before she was married. I'm going to say, let's say 38 years maybe. Long time. And she has the Unstoppable CFO. So if you can help her out, just go click on. She has one little basic one that she put on. I had to force her to do it, so I'm trying to find people to encourage her a little bit and tell her, keep going, keep going. It's a good side hustle for her. And she'll be able to pass it down to Christina, who used to work at Armani's and has bags full of Armani's clothes that she was able to buy at very, very inexpensive prices. So, okay, you encourage her. Tell Christina, get the clothes from Christina. Okay, love you all. The Abundance Oracle.